Hi, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Riolo, and I am a reading teacher at Pleasant Valley Primary School. Today, we're going to be doing some word work, and we're also going to be reading a book together. Before we get started with our book, I want to introduce you to a new word that we're going to see a lot in this book. And this is a word that you may have seen before. The word is here. Can you say this word with me? Here. Good. So we're going to play a little game with this word. I want you to look very closely at all the letters. H, E, R, E, here. And I'm going to turn this away and I'm going to take a letter away. And I want you to think what letter is missing. Can you say what letter is missing? The letter is E. Very good. Let's read the word here. All right. What letter is missing now? Think. R. If you said R, very good. The letter was R. Let's read the word again. Here. Okay, last time. Which letter is missing now? It was our first letter. Think. The letter H. Very good. Here. Now I'd like you to play a game with me at home if you can. If you have any letters like this, you can use them. If you don't, you can just get either Post-it notes or even cut out little pieces of paper, and then you're going to write the letters on those little pieces of paper. So go ahead and pause the video and get what you need, and when you come back, have each of these letters, H, E, R, E, either on letters or on piece of paper. So I would have one letter paper that has the letter H on it. Okay, pause the video and come back when you're ready. All right, welcome back. So you should have all of your letters to make the word here. We're going to play a little game called Mix and Fix. So I want you to build the word here, and then I want you to put your finger under it, and I want you to say the letters with me, and then we're going to read the word. H, E, R, E, here. Now I want you to take all your letters and I want you to mix them up. And if you have them on little Post-it notes, you can take them and mix those Post-it notes up. Or if you have little squares of paper, mix it all up. And then I want you to fix it. See if you can build the word here. I'm going to give you a second to do it on your own. Good. So you should have the first letters H, E, R, and E. Good, let's check that. Ready? Here. H-E-R-E. Do you have all your letters in the right place? Good, let's mix and fix one more time. So mix those letters up and fix it. H-E-R-E. Good. Now we're going to do something called table writing. So what I want you to do is I want you to just take your finger. I'm going to do it on my whiteboard, but you should have these laid out on the table in front of you. And I want you to put your finger underneath the letter H. And we're going to just write it and pretend like your finger is your pencil. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to pull down, go up, over, down. So let's make that H again. H, E, R, E, here. Very good. All right, well, you're going to see this word here a lot in our book that we're going to read today. So I want you to take a picture of that and keep it up here in your brain. I am going to share my screen here and we're going to look at a book together. Okay. So today we're going to look at a book that is called Pets, and it is written by Matthew Hugo. You can see that right here. And this here is a nonfiction text. And in this text, we're going to be learning about children and the different pets that they like. So I want you to think for a moment about what kind of pets that you like, and maybe think about what kind of pets you might see in this story that we're reading. I'll bet if you look at the cover, you can get a good idea of one kind of pet we're going to read about, and that would be a rabbit. This boy looks pretty happy holding his rabbit. So this here is the cover of our story, and the cover has the title, which is pets, and the author. And I'm going to turn the page, and now we're at the title page. So the title page has the same name, our title of our book, which is Pets, and our author's name, Matthew Hugo, but it has a different picture on it. What pet is this here that you see? That is a turtle. So I'm wondering if we're going to be reading about rabbits and turtles in this book, which is very exciting because I love all these different kinds of pets. So I'm going to turn to page 2, and I want you to look here. Look on page 3 what this boy is holding in his hand. Yes, that's a cat. He has a pet cat. And when I look over here at the text is the words. I'm curious to know if you can find the word here on this page. Think about our word here. Can you see that anywhere on the book? I see it one time. It's right here. If you saw that, very good. Pat yourself on the back. All right, let's continue our book walk. So here is another boy, and what is this boy doing? He is laying with his pet, and that is a what? Yes, it's a dog. Do any of you have dogs? I have a dog. He's a lot smaller than this dog. And here we go. We saw this back on our title page. This here is called a turtle. I want you to say the word turtle. Turtle. What's the first sound you hear in the word turtle? What letter says t? The letter T. So when I look here at my text or my words, I can see the word turtle is on here 2 times. Turtle. Very good. Let's turn the page. Oh, this looks like a really fun pet to have. This is a pet bird. Can you find the word bird over here? Can you point to it on the screen? Bird. I see it 2 times, one here and one here. Let's see if you can find our word of the day, which is the word here. Can you find that over here? I see it. It's the very first word. All right, let's continue our book walk. Well, this little girl looks very happy with her pet rabbit, or sometimes we might think about the word bunny. So let's look over here at our text. When I say the word bunny, it starts with the letter B. But this word here starts with the letter R. Rabbit. So in this book, they're calling her pet a rabbit. God, let's look at the next page. Oh, here's our very last page. And this is not a pet that I would want to have. It's a pet snake. Let me move this here so you can see that picture a little better. All right, so there we go. We have a girl who is petting her pet snake. She is very brave. All right, so we're gonna flip all the way back to the beginning of the book, and we are going to read this book together. And as we read, I would love it if you could take your finger and follow along on the computer. I'm gonna try to use my cursor where I kind of want your finger to go. And we're gonna read this book, Pets, together. As we're reading, I want you to be thinking about something, because good readers think about the books that they're reading or the books that they're hearing or listening to. So I want you to be thinking about what your favorite pet is, and maybe you're going to see your favorite pet in this book, or maybe you're not, but I just want you to be thinking about that. All right, let's look at our title. Ready? Pets. Okay, here we go. Let's start right here. Here is my cat. I like my cat. How many of you have cats at home? Okay, let's turn the page. We're going to put our finger right here under the word here. Here is my dog. I like my dog. They look pretty cozy there together. Here is my turtle. I like my turtle. Let's turn the page. Ooh. Remember, this is called a bird. What letter would you expect to see at the beginning of the word bird? bird. The letter B, which is right there. Okay, let's start at the beginning of our text. Here is my bird. I like my bird. Turn the page. Now remember, we have to think when we get to this word. Here is my, let's get our mouth ready, rabbit, rabbit. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of the sentence so we can read it again. Here is my rabbit. I like my rabbit. Very good. And here's our very last page. And you're going to notice something. This word here is going to change, so we'll have to look at it very closely. Here is my snake. I love my snake. And there's something else different about that word love. Do you notice how it's darker? Well, that tells me that the author of this book wants to make that word really stand out or important. So that makes me think that this girl really loves her snake. Well, thank you for reading with me. If you want, when we're done, you can always rewind the video back to the beginning of the book, and you could turn the sound off, and you can try to read the book by yourself and see if you can remember how to read all of those words in this book. So I want you to be thinking about, at the beginning, I asked you to think about what kinds of pets that you like. And so I'm curious, did any of you see any pets that we read about that you also like that might be your favorite pets? I know that I saw my favorite pet in here. So I'm going to turn to the page that had my favorite pet, which is right here, because I have a dog and I really love dogs. And so this is my favorite pet. Maybe you can find the page that had your favorite pet on, or you can tell somebody, a grown-up or anybody else that's in the room with you, what your favorite pet is. All right, so we are going to, now we're going to do a little bit of word study or word work. And I would love for you to join me. If you would like to make your own letters so that you can build the words with me, you can do that. And so if you have magnetic letters at home, then you can get those. If you don't, you can still use Post-it notes like we did with our word here. If you don't have Post-it notes, you can just cut little squares of paper, and I'm going to tell you what letters to write on those squares. So I'm going to show you the letters, and then I want you to pause the video, and I'd like you to have somebody help you make all the letters or find those letters. And you know what? There are a lot of games that actually have letters in it too. So you might think of, if you have a game at home that has letters on tiles or anything like that that you could use. So today we're going to be using these letters. We're going to be using the letter A, C, F, H, M, R, T. So go ahead and pause the video and find these letters, and I would like you to line them up just like I've done right here on the table in front of you. I'll see you in a minute. All right, welcome back. So today we're going to be building some words with these letters. And we actually, the first word that we're going to build is a word that we read in our book today. And the word is the word cat. So I want us to think, before we build the word cat, about how many sounds that we hear in the word cat. And so I have these tiles here, and we're going to listen for how many sounds that we hear in the word cat. Let's say the word together. Ready? Cat. K, a, t, cat. How many sounds do we hear in the word cat? That's right, we hear 3 sounds. K is the first sound, a is the middle sound, and t is the last sound. Let's see if we can build that word cat using our letters up above. So what was this first sound? K, k, k. Which letter up here says k, k, k? That's right, it's the C. So I'd like you to slide your C down first. Let's see our second sound. We're going to continue through. K, ah. What letter says ah, ah, ah? That's our vowel. Vowels are our special ones. They make two sounds. Today we're using the short sound ah, ah, ah. There's our second sound. Let's keep sliding. K, ah, t, t, t. Which letter says t, t, t? Good. It's our letter T. Okay. So you should have the word cat built in front of you. If you don't have that, you can just look up here and you can join me on my board. Let's say our sounds really slowly. Run your finger under here. At. Let's say it a little faster. Cat. Now we're going to say it fast like a word. Cat. Very good. If I wanted to change one sound in the word cat to make a new sound, we're going to make the word fat. Let's say that word. Fat. Well, this letter doesn't say f, so let's take this letter away. What letter says f? That's our letter F. Go ahead and slide that word letter down to our word. Okay, let's keep looking. At. Let's blend it slowly. Fat. Let's say it fast like a word. Fat. Very good job. Let's see if we can make another at word. I'm going to take my f away, and now I just have my word at. Let's see if we can make the word hat. Hat. What letter says that's our letter H. Let's build that. Slide it down. Good. Let's check it slowly. Ready? At. Let's blend it slowly. Hat. Fast like a word. Hat. Very good. Let's make another word, and this time I'm going to have you take your M down, and we're going to see if we can read this word. So we have our letter M, A, T. So let's touch and say our sounds slowly. At. Let's blend it. Mat. Fast like a word. Mat. Very good. And we have one letter left that we haven't used yet today, and that's our letter R. So let's pull our R down, and let's read this new word that we've built. What sound does this letter say? Good. Let's touch and say our sounds. At. Blend it slowly. Rat. Fast like a word. Rat. Very good. So you built a lot of words using the same word ending, which is the ending at. So that's all I have for you today. But if you would like to do something more today, what I would love to see you do is you could choose to do one of two things, or you could do them both. You could try to make words that have the at the ending, and you could write them on a piece of paper, or you could use your tiles or your papers that you made, or you could even come up with your own at words and see if you can make a list of how many at words that you could think of. That's one challenge I have for you. The other challenge is to think about our book that we read today and to maybe do some writing. And one thing you could write about is you could write about your own favorite pet. So maybe you could write a sentence about a pet that you really like, and maybe you could draw a cool picture to go with that. That's all I have for you today, readers. I'm happy that you had joined me, and I will see you next time. Keep reading. Bye.